Alright, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Mike. I'm here to do a back and leg workout. Something real simple, easy. Anybody can do it in any gym. And we're gonna get started. Alright, so for a warm up, we're gonna start with pull-ups. Like 4 sets. I usually do it like as to failure, just to get the blood flowing, pre-exhaust, and then we're gonna get the rest of the workout going.
Set number 3.
One last set.
It's a warm-up set.
Yeah. This is to get the blood flowing, pre-exhaust, so that way the rest of the workout you're gonna feel everything. You're gonna get yourself right.
Hey, Marcus.
Yo, so what we got next is leg press. I usually do single leg press. It works on the imbalances on your legs, keeps you nice and well for when you do squats, so that way you're not leaning on one leg more than the other. You want to keep everything as balanced as possible.
And how many sets of these do you do?
I usually do about 4 sets of these as well.
Okay.
Try to keep the rep ranges fairly around 10 reps, but I mean it's 8 to 10.
8 to 10? Okay.
Yeah. As it gets heavier, I anticipate probably going lighter. On the reps rather. And then, yeah, so at that, I want to keep like maybe about 45-second rest time.
Okay. Perfect.
You know, keep the heart rate going.
That's a fact.
Let me keep it going. So for me, it's really important that I start with my weaker leg first, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping it as strong or keep it catching up to my stronger leg, so that way it can be as balanced as possible. And that way, you can push more weight and work well in the squats. Everything you're doing, you want to always keep it balanced.
Fat guy, work on your weaknesses.
Yeah. Gotta make sure you always contracting your core as well. The core is everything, everything.
It's involved in every movement.
With your pull-ups, you know, your leg press, squats, deadlifts, everything, always the core. If you have a weak core, you're not gonna be doing too well. You're not gonna be moving as much weight.
If you do,
You're gonna be
get
sloppy.
injured.
Yeah, you're gonna snap your shit up. You know? But yeah, I try to keep it about 40, 45 seconds. Then we get right back at it. I'm gonna keep the weight the same for the third set. It ain't really nothing, but you telling you gonna feel it after a while.
I mean, you're doing one leg. So
Yeah. You know, so you wanna think yourself in the long run too.
of course, hard work pays off.
All right, so one thing that's also very important that I failed to mention from the beginning, when you're doing leg press, you never want to lock out fully. You never want to extend fully. You want to keep that tension. One, because it could definitely snap your knee up.
Right.
And you don't want to do that. Like you lock it in and then you can't move. So you want to keep that constant tension, especially for the hamstrings, the quads, the glutes, everything. And there's also different foot placements you can use as well. You keep it up here. I'll show you. So if you're keeping your foot up here, that's gonna hit more of the hamstrings, the glutes. Keeping it a little lower gets the quads more. So you kind of want to play around with it, see where your weaknesses are, and just work around and just, you know, test it out, see what works for you as well.
Right. And it'll also be kind of cool to switch it up every now and then to get that balance, right?
Yeah, you can. There's plenty of ways to use the same machine. You know, you don't want to just be stuck doing the same thing on one machine. You can always switch it up. I'm not gonna say that there's no right or wrong, but there are different ways to do it.
You can change
what
the
works
tempo
for you.
also.
You know, you can do slower, get nice and contraction. You can also speed it up just to get the blood in there.
Right.
Like I said, I'm no expert in anything, but at the same time, it's like I do what works for me. What works for you will work for you, definitely.
Clearly it's working.
Yep, be working. Time to have some good.
Last one.
Last one. Woo! Alright, so now we got seated cable rolls. Now this is one of my personal favorites. I like the stretch I get from doing this. 4 sets, about 12 reps each. And we just gonna get it. Said who?
That was a phone after?
Yeah. Ain't nothing.
Set
So
one.
with these specifically, Catch my breath. Like, it's important that you don't just jerk the weight. You want to sit there and just, yeah. You want to at least like take your time. Like basically your hands are just a hook. You want to pull from your elbow.
And have that mind muscle
yeah,
connection.
You
right?
want to pull from your elbow. Your hands are just the hook. You don't want to sit there and just, people will sit there. I usually lean forward a little just to get more of that stretch and then come back and then let the elbow bring it in. You don't want to sit there and just keep pulling the weight. You ain't going to get much from it. It's going to just turn into an arm workout.
Okay.
You want to eliminate the arms. You want to just do as much back as possible.
Engage the back as much as possible.
As much as possible.
Cool.
Alright, so with this set, kind of wanted to lighten the weight a little bit, and this time squeeze. The reason why I'm squeezing now, I want to contract, want to get as much blood in that muscle, so that way it grows better, all the nutrients, all the blood in there. Instead of just like moving the weight, you want to just squeeze, hold it.
So basically you want
Contract.
to control it.
Yeah, control it,
yeah.
instead of just, like I said,
So
trying to,
instead of jerking it.
yeah, right. Alright, so I'm gonna hit a superset with the leg extension. Supersetting it with the sitting leg curls. Back to back 4 sets as well. To finish these legs up.
Cool. Phone don't like
Phone
you, bro.
stay dropping. Sorry.
Feeling that?
Yeah. The seated leg curls, the seated leg curls, yeah. These are the ones that really are a killer for me because it's like the hamstrings are a little weaker. And there's just that contraction, kind of make me feel like I'm about to cramp the shit up sometimes.
That's a scary
But like,
feeling.
once you get that stretch, you're good. Just keep it fairly light and just, work through it.
For the pain.
Yeah, this shit is painful. Yeah.
3.
You done?
I said set 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Last set. With these, you want to keep your legs all the way up to contract quads. Alright, so last but not least, got the almighty king of the lifts, the deadlifts. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna kind of play around with this a bit. I don't really have no real structure on how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just try to go up, like feel the weight. I haven't deadlifted in so long. Right now I just wanna make sure I get the form correct. You know, I don't wanna snap no shit up. But the main important thing though when doing these, always contract the core. You wanna get the air in the core. Not just keep the air up here, you're not getting anything from that. You wanna embrace, contract the core, because that's gonna help you with the lift as well. Keep the bar as close to you as possible on the lift up. And the rest is just, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, we get nice little sit down for this one. So the thing about deadlifts, right? Like, it's very taxing on your central nervous system. Because it's taking like your whole body to lift it up. Also, like what I started doing towards the end of my set, which I should have done my previous sets, I kept my head neutral. You never want to keep your head up
Right.
while you're doing it. It's not good. You want to keep your head neutral, spine neutral, everything neutral.
Right.
That way you don't, again, injure yourself, pull anything.
Or pass out.
Yeah. Pass out. And always, it's hard with the mask and everything, but you want to try to get as much air in. Again, I'm not going to stress it enough.
Right.
Contract your core. Your core is everything.
Everything's connected to the core.
And there's also ways to grip the bar and pause as well. You do double overhand. You do over under. This is more so for like strength and like, you know, power trainers.
Balance, yeah.
You want to keep this, you know, neutral to keep like the grip strength. And again, keep your arms from having imbalances as well.
My favorite is over under.
The over under, yeah. A lot of people feel more comfortable so the bar doesn't really slide out your hand.
And another thing people forget sometimes is you have to squeeze the bar,
not
just pull it. You gotta squeeze and hammer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with the double overhands, it kind of works your grip strength as well, because it's forcing your hands to keep balance. You know?
Because the only thing is those two thumbs, right?
Yeah. Yep. Try to sit back a bit more. No, not all the way. Like, how do you like do the cues? Like, I don't really know how to cue the person. I just know like exactly.
For me, it's kind of like I pretend like I'm about to sit and hold it. For me, how I do it, I pretend like I'm about to sit. So I find it where I put a more comfortable to it. It's like once I'm here, kind of like this, right? Where I can feel the power of my legs and my glutes. It's kind of like another way you can do it is, which is more easier. Not easier, but it's more comfortable with this. Which is kind of like this way.
That's that sumo deadlift for you.
Like for your glutes. Kind of just like.
Mike said I don't need to work glutes no more.
Try it out. This cameraman for a day, man. Yeah. Perfect. A lot of people find the sumo more comfortable to do. I like the sumo once it gets heavy. I like the sumo.
How that felt?
Go.
How that felt?
Am I supposed to feel it there?
Last set.
Yeah.
I felt it there. You're supposed to feel it in your back, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Felt it there, so I've accomplished something.
Right, your back and your glutes. No problem. Deadlift.
Deadlift.
That's demon time right there. How you feeling?
I gotta catch my breath again.
Catch that breath.
Like, it's been too long. But
So you got like 10 more reps, 10 more sets of this, right?
10 more, 10 more sets. Give me a couple weeks, I'm gonna start doing some real shit. This is just
This is the warm up.
just to get me in. I haven't worked out in a couple weeks, so just give me a couple. We're gonna get busy soon.
And listen, 135 pounds, that's enough to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially, I'm gonna feel this in the
You
morning.
can play around with that. You could do.
I'm
15
gonna definitely feel
reps.
this in the morning.
Yeah. So
And for
it's-
days
it's
to
gonna-
come.
It's gonna work, you trust me.
Like I said,
And
it's been a while.
especially when you have taken time off, you don't want to rush back into it going
Yeah,
crazy.
you want to take your time. You know, this is a marathon.
Not, yeah, right. It's a marathon.
You'll get back, trust me. Especially like people who've quarantined for 6 months.
You lose a lot
You know,
of strength.
we've lost some strength, but you know, we get it right back easily.
That's a fact.
Easily. Good. What's up, man? It's your boy Mike. I'm here to show y'all a few back and leg workouts for today. We're gonna get busy.
Let's get it. Nothing too complicated, nothing too crazy. Just a few things you guys could take on and do your next gym session.
Right.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man.